After applying the attributes to all of our objects, we can now see that each of the object values are assigned a particular attribute, and that allows us to now move on to the next step, which is quality assurance evaluation of our training set. I can go to this tab here, and this again loads our proseg files and analyzes all of the objects in the file. And then most importantly, what it's doing here is creating or looking for outliers, and it's ranking the outliers, each of the individual objects, based upon this grouping over here. So the grouping here in this case groups all the left adrenal glands, all the right adrenal glands, all the aorta objects, bladders, etc., into the same group, and analyzes that collection of objects across your entire training set. This, for example here, the right adrenal gland is ranked as the largest outlier out of all of the objects, and we can click through these to see what's going on. These graphs over here show the object volumes, in this case object volume in cc's. This is object mass, and this is the mean value of the objects. There's something sort of strange going on here, which we'll figure out in a second, because these values are pretty crazy. This doesn't look too bad for object volumes, but there's something strange going on here. And so let's take a look at the data and find out what's going on. So in this case, we have these two outliers here, and what we can do is we can actually load that particular scan and object by clicking this button down here. And that takes us to this object here, which looks really strange. If you try to change the brightness and contrast, you can't really get anywhere with this. Basically, there's something wrong with this scan. If you want to take a look at a normal scan to remind yourself what that looks like, we can open this other one here. And the scan should look something more like this. So scan number 540 in this case has definitely something going on with it, and we recommend actually just, in this case, removing it from the analysis. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go and find the file here and just rename them. You could rename them, you can put them into a different folder, but this will basically allow us to take it out of the analysis for the time being. So let me close these two files. Get back to here. I believe we want this to update again. So 540 is still there. So let's have it refresh by doing that. And now scan 540 is not in the analysis, and we have updated plots over here. We still have some strange values here. These are really high. There's a couple objects way out here, which is strange. So like this object here, try to click on it. So 517, see how these objects are in the same two scans over here? So I'm suspecting there's something wrong with those two scans, so let's load this one. And again, this is kind of strange looking for a scan. It doesn't really look like what one would expect. So I would again suggest removing this scan from the analysis. So 517 looks strange. Looks like there's errors in it. And let's see, 518 is this object. And again, 518 also looks really strange. So again, these two scans, I would recommend just removing them entirely from the analysis or setting them aside for different processing. So 517, 518. I'll do the same thing here. Now, that effectively will remove them from our analysis. I'll get it to update. .540, 517, and 518 are no longer in our analysis. And if you notice now, our plots over here are starting to stretch out, and we're starting to get some more interesting information now, or more relevant information. We still have some outliers that are ranked here. So let's take a look at this one. We can load that scan, see what it looks like. This scan also looks a little strange. And this may be an MRI scan. There's perhaps motion artifacts in it. The bladder in this case is indicated as an outlier, which is this blue region down here. There's a couple strange things here. You notice the coloration on the kidney. It's actually that shows that it's two separate object segmentations there. So I would say that this object segmentation here for the kidney has a problem. The bladder likely has a problem. The scan itself is not very high quality. Looks like there's motion artifacts here on the scan. Segmentation for the bladder does not seem to actually match the bladder. Looks like it's actually flipped left and right, actually. Yeah, so if we flip this over here, so this could be an indication, maybe this is a problem with the importing. So this is what, 596. So let's go back and re-import this and not flip the left and right. So to do that, we can go here, back to importing, and we want to do 596. Let's close it. Importing. We can find, we can actually do it this way, 596 and 596, and we now have it here. Let's take off that and re-import this object, or this scan. 596 has been re-imported now, and we can review this scan again. This looks better. Looks like it's lined up better. Our bladder seems to be lined up better. There we go. Let's go back to the quality assurance tab and have it update again, which it just did. So now 596 has now been updated. And we lost our attributes, so we need to reassign our attributes. And we can do that from this tab here. So we can assign the spleen. We can assign the second one to be kidney. Kidney right. Next one would be gallbladder, esophagus, liver, stomach, aorta, It's cava, pancreas, adrenal gland right, adrenal gland left.